Hey, what's up, guys? It's Randall from OddsJam back with you today for some more positive EV betting. Had the stream scheduled for earlier this afternoon, had something come up, so a little delayed on my normal time, but hopefully you are able to check this out, watch it, and place some bets with me today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We'll hop over here to the OddsJam website. You can see here, since doing the live stream, I guess this is now week 8. We're up $257, betting smaller amounts, $20, $15. Texas breaks the streak last night. So we're now 10-1 in our last 11 with plays on the live stream. Central Connecticut comes through on the money line. That was a play as well. And Southern ended up coming through as well. All three of these closed with worse odds than the closing line. So that's certainly not something that we like to see, but nonetheless, we're beating the closing line value 71% of the time, almost 72%. So cannot complain about that. Very, very excited for Illinois. It looks like on Saturday of this week, I mean, the in-person registration is obviously going away. We've known that for some time. However, I stumbled upon a link today for BetMGM that appears BetMGM is going to launch on Saturday as well. So if you're in Illinois, be on the lookout. Going to be some great, great promos, I think, on Saturday with the in-person registration coming to an end. Really quickly, though, before we get started, and I have no idea if this is something that is just for people. I guess it is. It's just for people in Illinois. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. I saw this before I was getting ready to come on. I mean, if you're not on DraftKings, click the links below. You can take advantage of the sign-up offer for DraftKings, and then obviously you can register on Saturday. But this is pretty cool. Steph Curry to make a three-pointer, even money, $25 max bet. I mean, they're only running this promo for Illinois because Illinois is going to do away with the in-person registration. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and bet that. Unfortunately, probably half of you watching this stream cannot bet this because you do not live in Illinois. But if you do, bet it with me. Let's take advantage of it and see if we can actually bet it. There we go. So plus 100 odds. I mean, this is a free $25. Curry is going to make a three. So we'll bet that for 25. Okay, DraftKings is going to give me $6.71. So whatever. I will come back and do that on Saturday, see if I can actually get $25 down on that. Looks like I'm limited on DraftKings. They're not going to allow me to do that. So we can take a look and see what's out there today. Looks like some value on the under here in Albany and Hartford. So I'm going to look at the ratings from Kenny White and see. He makes this 134.5. It looks like the under 133, under 133.5 has some value. 4% there. So if that were one that we wanted to bet, first half total under 63.5, under 64 on Barstool, almost 6.5%. So we'll go ahead and bet that first half under in the Albany and Hartford game as our first bet for the live stream. Nope, I don't want NHL. So let's see here. Why is that not? Let's see. There we are. Albany and Hartford. So we can take a look at the first half in this game. Maybe, there we go. Halftime over under 63.5. Was that our number? Let's take a look and see. Under 63.5, under 64. So under 63.5 minus 104. It looks like that one has moved. So let's refresh the page. And under 64 is minus 113. That is not available, so that one will disappear here very shortly. Waited too long there. Michigan State under 144.5. Take a look at this game. Michigan coming off of a ton of points against Illinois. Looks like Kenny makes that right around 142.5. So we'll go ahead and bet that. It fits the market width and is a pretty good play there, 3.6% of expected value. So we can come to college basketball. We can take a look, find Michigan under 144.5, minus 110. So we can go ahead and we'll throw 20 on that. So we've bet that. We can go over here. We can add this to our bet tracker. And we've got 20 there, so we'll save it. Again, one thing we could do is we could click this. We could look. We can see what all of the other books have. I mean, you can see most of the other books are at 144. OddsJam perfect line juice to the under. Barstool's juice to the under. Heavily juice to the under here. And we're getting minus 110. So you can look at some other books and see as well if you wanted to where they have that line. So, I mean, FanDuel is 144.5. All of these other books are minus 118. Sugar House, OddsJam perfect line, Fox Bet. Most books have this at 144. And a couple of them juice to the under. So really solid bet there, in my opinion, win or lose. So let's hop back over here to Illinois. Before too long, hopefully on Saturday, I will no longer have to go back and forth between states to try to find plays for BetMGM. They will just populate this page here for Illinois. Ole Miss and Kentucky under 66 looks like a 23-cent difference here in the market with. We can just see what he makes this line for the first half, or what he makes the line. He makes it about 136.5. So under 66 maybe has a little bit of value. Kentucky coming off of that loss against Arkansas on Saturday. We'll see if we can bet this. We'll bet this first half here on this Kentucky game. If the line matches up, you can see here under 66 minus 108. Is that correct? Under 66 minus 108, 3%. So go ahead and we'll bet that. We'll throw 20 on that one as well. Again, if you're new, betting smaller amounts, showing you that you can in fact be profitable with the OddsJam betting smaller amounts. Ideally, you need to be betting more than 1 to 2 plays a day from the Plus EV page, but nonetheless, we have been able to turn a profit with betting just a couple of plays. So that is definitely a good thing. We bet the Michigan State game, Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan. Looks like some value on Western Michigan. Take a look at this game and see. Looks like about a 3-point game there. If you wanted to bet that one, pretty wide market here for me. I mean, 34 cents, a little bit outside of the range that I would like to, in fact, bet this. Looks like Kentucky Ole Miss under 66.5 has some value. We bet under 66. TCU and Kansas. TCU coming off of that big win on Saturday at home. Looks like they're at home again. I mean, Kansas usually struggles here at TCU. Looks like Kenny makes that line just about spot on. A little bit lower expected value. I hate betting on TCU, so I am not going to bet that play. Again, you don't have to bet every single play on the Plus EV page. It's not the Bible. It's not something you should just go through here and bet every single thing you want. You can look at it a little bit, see if it makes sense. Let's look at this Maple Leafs and Sabres game. Actually, I guess that game's tomorrow, so I'm going to pass on that. I'd like to be able to see some different books, see what they have that priced at, but looks like only a couple books have that market up. So let's hop over here to New Jersey and see what's out there. Looks like Ball State and Akron under 143.5. I can look at that for you guys if you're following there. Looks like Kenny makes that line at about 133.5. Huge value here, under 143.5 on Bet365. Minus 110. You can see heavily juiced in the other areas as well. I mean, under 142 is kind of the consensus. 142.5 maybe. Let's see here. So under 142, again, Kenny makes it 133. So a lot of value there if that's something that you are interested in. Let's see here. St. Bonaventure and VCU. Kind of like VCU in that game personally. Looks like a 23-cent difference here in the market width. We can see, I think that game is at VCU. Looks like about a 3-point difference according to Kenny. Plus 5.5 has some value, almost 4%. I mean, I guess we'll bet that because it makes sense to bet. Like I said, I personally liked VCU there in this spot, but it's plus EV to take the Bonnies. So we will go against what I like, and we'll take the Bonnies and make sure everything is still in line. I'm just going to put 15 on this one. So we'll bet that. We will add that to our bet tracker. So we've added that. Looks like Villanova -9 against Providence. Like that quite a bit. Personally, this Providence team, I'm so sick of them. Seeing all these people on Twitter that are now Providence fans, and I'm just not sure where they came from. And like I said, I'm not a big Providence guy. So I'm going to take Nova 3.6%. Let's go ahead and bet that as well. Hopefully that is a blowout. Really high on Villanova. I think Villanova has a legit chance to win the national title this year. While we're at it, we can just take a look and see what the odds are for the champion. And it looks like Villanova's 24-1. I think this is incredible value on Villanova. I would say if I had to pick my 4 teams to win it all right now, I would take Kentucky at 7-1 odds, which, I mean, these are terrible odds to bet. But I like Kentucky. I think Duke has a chance. Probably Auburn next, and then probably Villanova. Those would be my 4 teams that I think have a legit chance to win it all this year. If you're looking to make a futures bet, let's refresh this again because looked like there were some more plays. Virginia Tech -10 against Louisville. Let's see. Virginia Tech looks like -11. They're at home. Louisville's awful. We'll bet that. -10 and -10, -110, 19-cent difference, 4.6 percent there on the expected value. Shit. Got the QuickTime player up. All right, let's place this. Virginia Tech -10. So we'll lock that in. Where are we at here? Virginia Tech -10. So we'll throw 20 on that. We'll save it and refresh the page. Going to go ahead and hop over here to Illinois. Make one last look here. Virginia Tech in the first half, -5.5. We can double dip there. Why not? Let's see here. -5.5. First half spread, -5.5 plus 106. 24-cent difference there in the market width. So that is in range. We'll throw 15 on that one since we've already bet the full game for 20. So at that, got 15 on it. And we'll refresh the page, take one last look, and then I'm probably going to hop off of the live stream for today. Modi will be back here later on. I do think USC has some value here. Don't have this Caesars, and also do not have points bet, but I think USC on the money line, USC on the point spread definitely has some value tonight against Arizona. TCU plus 6.5. I mean, gosh, I'm not betting that. It's a little bit lower expected value, but if you wanted to bet that, I guess you could. Houston minus 14.5 against Cincinnati. Some lower expected value there. Looks like Kenny makes that about 15.5. And if I'm not mistaken, when they played earlier this year at Cincinnati, I want to say Houston ran them out of the building. That was never a game. Let's just take a look and see. They play Houston. Yeah, lost 80-58, down 22. I mean, that game was over in the first half. Very, very early on. Houston came out red hot. So maybe Houston's worth a look tonight, but again, a little lower expected value there. Ohio State, Nebraska. Looks like some value on the over. We'll take a look and see what Kenny makes this game. And looks like he makes it 157. So 152, 151, 150.5, 150. We'll just meet here in the middle. We'll take over 151 if we can at plus 115 odds. And then I am going to call it a day. Over 151 at plus 115 odds. Oh, what the hell just happened? Is that right? Plus 115. And we got a 22-cent difference there in the market with. So hit that, put 20 on it, and we will add that to our bet tracker. 5% of expected value there. Nope, wrong one. This is the one I want. 4.7% is what we got there. And we threw 20 on that. So we'll save that. We've got all of these bets added in. I mean, you can see the importance of being on the EV page. We just bet a ton of EV plays, just based solely on being on here, watching these lines move. I mean, the over definitely has some value in this Ohio State game. Bet tracker, you can see we've got all of our plays in here. It looks like we've got 8 pending plays. The closing lines here are starting to pop up. We'll see if we beat the closing line on those, and we will see how tonight goes. Bet tracker is 100% free to use, and it does grade your bets. So check out OddsJam, get on the bet tracker, and if anything, just track your bets. It's important to see how you are doing when it comes to profit and loss. So appreciate you guys tuning in today. Modi will be back this afternoon to check out some player props, place some bets in the NBA for tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow.